Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever and whoever you are. Okay, this is the Kulea instructional video for how to use exclusion filters. So let me give you a little bit of context to what exclusion filters are. We have had a number of clients that have approached us and said, Andrew, we love your email marketing software, of course, goes without saying. But we want to be able to send out emails and not worry about accidentally sending to our competitors or to company X or company Y or company Z. Now, that's fine if we want to load in a suppression list and we have specific individuals that we want to suppress, so contact records that we don't want to email. But we want something a little bit more generic. So what can you do for us? And from those conversations came the idea of exclusion filters. So exclusion filters work very much like your normal filters. So if I go across to CRM, you can see if we go into CRM filters, then we've got our kind of standard filters and we can expand them so we can create and, ors, and nots. So let's just say I want to have let's do position contains director. We've got 16 directors in our database. And let's just say directors or email contains Kulea. Well, it's going to jump it up massively. So suddenly we've got 11,286. And if we do an and, change that down. So directors, we've got 15 directors who work for Kulea. So you're pretty familiar, what I would hope now, with filters. But what exclusion filters do is they flip that. So you can create a filter, and that essentially stops anyone that meets those filter criteria from receiving your emails. So we can see, if I just get rid of that one, we've got some nefarious characters over here in our database. We have Rick and Andy from evilcorp.com. Now, I don't want Rick or Andy ever to receive my emails because they work for Evil Corp and they can't possibly condone evil in this world. So how do I stop anybody, for that matter, not just Rick and Andy, but subsequent, if you accidentally add more people from Evil Corp, how do you stop them from receiving future communications? Well, you use your exclusion filters. Now, as of going to print, exclusion filters only work for campaigns that you are sending out, so kind of your traditional campaigns created in the campaign builder. They do not currently work for journey campaigns, but those are emails that are sent out through the journey planner, but we will update this in the next couple of weeks to make sure that does work as well. So let's go in and build our exclusion filter. So it sits within campaigns. Go to exclusion filters. And we are going to build that filter. So let's create one. Email contains evil. That's it, actually. We need it. Email contains evil. Let's say evilcorp.com. We're going to call that filter excluding evil. There we go, and we're going to save that filter. Okay, so we've now created an exclusion filter. You can see it sitting in there. And by default, it's active, but if I want to switch it off, I can just tick that box and it'll turn it off. And if I want to update it, I can update it. So let's say I want to be extra careful. So maybe there's an evilcorp.co.uk address out there. Maybe there's an evilcorp.ma or whatever, it doesn't really matter. So I'm also going to exclude anybody whose company contains evil. Same two people at this moment in time, but just in case anyone slips in. So there we go. I'm going to now save my excluding evil filter. So that's now saved. Awesome. Okay. Now I'm going to just show you how that works. So I'm just going to turn it off for now. So if I go into create campaigns, example campaign. So I'm not very original thinking today. Anyone who knows me knows that I'm never able to write the word campaign without having to correct it. So plain text example. Okay, so that would go to 11159. Okay, 11159. And there's also a little reminder there telling you exclusion filters operate at account level and when active will be applied automatically to all your outbound email campaigns. Just a little reminder there. So 11159. Let's go back in and let's turn our exclusion filter on. And if you want to click to see what those filter criteria are, you just click on there. Okay, let's go create my campaign with the filter running. There we go, 11157. So unsurprisingly, filter has dropped down by 2. There you go, guys. That's how an exclusion filter works. Nice and simple. Any questions, give me a shout. Also, actually, before I go off anywhere else, it's also worth mentioning that you can create multiple exclusion filters. So let's just say I want to exclude everyone who is a job title contains director. I don't know why you would want to do that, but let's do that. Let's save that filter. So now we've got 2 filters running simultaneously. Let's create that campaign again. There you go, 11143. That's dropped significantly because it's now excluding anybody that's evil and directors. If I go back to exclusion filters, let's leave directors on, exclude evil, and that should just go up 1. There we go, 11144. It's that simple. Honestly, guys, you know, it's a doddle to use, but it's a really nice, nimble tool that allows you to have more control over who is receiving your emails. Good stuff. Okay. Have a lovely rest of the day. Thank you.